reply. Walls too close, the world too wide. A ghost unseen, passing time. She wore her fears like second skin. Spoke to shadows, breathed them in. Dreamed of voices calling home. Somewhere she was not alone. She crossed the line from dark to see. A spark against the dark inside. From the silence, a signal rose through the static. A thousand souls, we are the lost, the strange, the seen. United by the screen between. Raise your voice, you're not alone in these pixels. We found a home from broken nights to blazing dawns. Together we carry on. Days turned years and coated skies. 10 winters passed before her eyes. Every stream a thread of trust, built from hope and honest dust. Names became more than a chat. Hearts behind each avatar shared their scars, their wins, their pain. Locked in just to feel okay. Strength is letting show the cracks where hidden lights can glow. From the silence, a signal rose through the static. A thousand souls, we are the lost, the strange, the seen. United by the screen between. Raise your voice, you're not alone in these pixels. We found a home from broken nights to blazing dawns. Together we carry on. To the outcast, the quiet minds. To the ones who never fit the lines. You are more than what they said, more than voices in your head. Hand in hand across the void, every tear and laugh deployed. In worlds we play, in truths we share. We heal each other everywhere. No throne of gold, no crown of flame, just human hearts behind the names. Not heroes born of flawless light, but those who stayed through every night. From the silence, a signal rose. Now a storm of beating souls. We are the lost, the strange, the seen. No longer trapped in between. Raise your voice, let it be known. Every screen's a stepping stone through boss fights, grief and healing scars. We shine like constellation stars. So if you're lonely, weird, unheard, if the world feels sharp, absurd, step through the dark. Take one small stand, you might just build a promised land. In the echo of shared dreams, we are more than we have been.
Hello! Hey Riley, hey Grim, hey Roach, hey Clumsy. Welcome back, Grim, to the membership. Thank you. How's everyone doing? It's Monday. I was supposed to do this episode yesterday. But thank you guys for making it here today. After all of that. Hope you guys doing good. Hope week started nice and chill and doable. Hello, David. Hey, Captain Shotgun. Welcome in, guys. We're gonna do our part 2 of the Keemstar lore today, and I have an interesting way to start it. Because after the first episode, I kind of realized that most of his controversies started in 2016. That is mostly when the fight with Ethan Klein happened, and hey Cassie, let me just position myself like that. And also, if we go to Kiwi Farms, I'm not sure how old Kiwi Farms is, but Kiwi Farms has a thread on Keemstar that also started in 2016. Mainly for his work as the, drama alert, but also with the controversies with the 62-year-old man. Apparently that put him on the map as well, I believe. And so we also have someone in the community of Keemstar haters, I think, or at least someone who would like Keemstar to be accountable, or to be held accountable for all of his weirdness and sussy behavior online. And so they have made a document on Keemstar with all of his controversies in one document. I think that maybe there's a lot of them missing, though. You guys tell me if there's one missing or not. It starts with the pedophile allegations, or the PDF file allegations in 2016. I didn't know he had any, but let's read up on it. One of the most notable controversies Keemstar faced involved allegations of promoting PDF file. So it's not that he was a PDF file, it was that he was promoting such behavior. In 2016, Keemstar was involved in a drama with YouTuber Tommy NC, which I'm guessing is Tommy C, the guy that we know today in the LCU, during which Keemstar allegedly made inappropriate comments that seemed to encourage PDF file. This led to intense backlash from viewers and other content creators. Unfortunately, it's not like it links us to a video where we can see how this happened. So we'll have to make up our own minds. Keemstar later clarified that the comments were taken out of context and that he was making a joke. We've seen him deflect with that argument before, that it was all just a joke. However, the controversy continued, with many criticizing his approach to humor, particularly in relation to sensitive subjects, just like the PDF stuff. Now, the second allegation, or the second controversy that he was involved in, was apparently the H3 Ethan Klein stuff, which we went through last episode. In a high-profile feud with Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast, Keemstar falsely accused Ethan of being involved in serious criminal activity. This sparked a war of words between the two, leading to legal threats. Keemstar's false allegations created a massive online stir and tarnished his reputation for a period, with many accusing him of not verifying information before reporting it, which, Tommy NC is not Tommy C. Okay, Tommy NC was a YouTuber who was special needs, if I remember correctly. Okay, thank you for clarifying. It was not Tommy C then, because I know they worked together before, or they were both in controversies together before, so I assumed it was, but good to know it's not. Hey, Philly girl! The incident escalated to the point where Ethan Klein made a video rebutting the accusations, and Keemstar later admitted to being wrong and apologized. However, the incident further fueled a perception of Keemstar as someone who stirs drama and often reports rumors without proper fact-checking. Isn't it funny how he was so adamant on saying that Drama Alert was all about the facts? And it turns out there's a lot of accusations that this man is making without actually properly checking the facts. Don't forget the misclarification. Tommy Callahan, if you want to double check, what is that the Tommy C or the Tommy NC? I know that this was post-baited when Tommy C and Keem were at odds, so I think that Tommy C made an episode of about this going after Keem. Okay, interesting. Our third controversy is regarding Idubbbz in 2017. Keemstar's online feud with Idubbbz Ian Carter was one of the most infamous in the YouTube drama scene. The feud started with Idubbbz when Idubbbz made a Content Cop video about Keemstar, accusing him of manipulating situations and creating drama for personal gain. Keemstar responded with his own diss track, escalating the situation into a full-fledged back and forth. Yo, diss tracks? I didn't even know about the diss track culture, but apparently it goes way back. Tommy leaked an NDA a while back too, and he's always been iffy. Yeah, the Tommy C NDA stuff was interesting to me because apparently there was a time where Tommy C was part of the LCU. I think when it got founded, right? He was one of the main hosts of Locale Live. And then he ended up leaving, and he said, screw the NDA, and he went through the whole thing, and he explained the whole thing on his own side. I didn't actually see that, but I thought that was really interesting. Maybe one day we can go through that, because the whole NDA is always such a big topic in the LCU, with people being very afraid to do anything against Keemstar, or what he believes is the code of conduct, you know? That was the best content cop. Who would imagine Idubbbz would turn into what he has? Again, this is another character that I'm very unfamiliar with, so maybe we should make another lore series with Idubbbz, because this is another guy that I'm not really that familiar with. And I was familiar with Ethan Klein back when he was doing a much simpler version of his current podcast. But even then, even with Ethan Klein, there's so much that I'm missing when it comes to the core lore. I attempt to recreate one, and it's true. And if it's true, it's way too broad, but that's another thing. Yeah. No, I understand that. I can see that completely with the NDA not being very ironclad. Okay, let's see this the Idubbbz thing. In 2017, Keemstar and Idubbbz engaged in a physical altercation during the Creator Clash charity boxing event, which was organized by YouTubers. While the altercation wasn't particularly violent, it was symbolic of the ongoing tension between the two. Despite their differences, the situation died down after a while, with Keemstar continuing to maintain his role as a drama host, while Idubbbz largely moved on from the incident. Okay. There's probably a lot more to it. Controversy number 4. The Alinity controversy? I don't know how you read that. Alinity? Keemstar became embroiled in the controversy surrounding popular Twitch streamer Alinity. Alinity was accused by some of mistreating her pets and engaging in behavior that was inappropriate for a public figure. Keemstar, known for commenting on streamers and influencers, used his platform to amplify the controversy, which led to further backlash from the Alinity supporters. Okay, the situation was complicated by the fact that Alinity had been a frequent target of online hate and criticism, with many of the allegations against her being highly debated. Keemstar's role in the amplifying this drama was criticized by some, particularly because of the lack of clear evidence for the accusations against her. This is interesting, right? It keeps going back to the lack of evidence and the fact that he just runs with it for his own gain. Him and Idubbbz actually fought. Right? They actually had a physical altercation. I didn't know that either. Controversy number 5, the Keemstar apology and death threats incident in 2018. All right. In 2018, Keemstar faced backlash after he claimed that a YouTuber named Rice Gum had received death threats from fans of KSI, another popular YouTuber. In reporting the incident, Keemstar became accused of not properly verifying the facts again, and potentially manipulating the situation to fuel drama. After receiving significant public backlash, Keemstar issued an apology. Another apology. Claiming he had misunderstood certain aspects of the situation. Despite the apology, Keemstar's critics argued that his habit of jumping to conclusions and inflating drama contributed to the online toxicity surrounding the incident. Keem toes the line, and when he crosses it, he denies it. There's a feud with PewDiePie. I also was not aware of this one. So there was a feud in 2017 between Keemstar and PewDiePie. Keemstar's rivalry with PewDiePie, one of the biggest YouTubers at the time, played out in public, adding another layer to the drama around him. The feud began when Keemstar made remarks about PewDiePie's involvement in certain controversies, like the infamous N-word incident during a live stream. Wow! Imagines Keemstar's moral high ground in regards of the N-word. What a moral high ground to stand on. That's so crazy. Keemstar's commentary on the situation sparked outrage from PewDiePie supporters who accused Keemstar of exaggerating and misrepresenting events. He would never. He would never. PewDiePie responded by calling Keemstar a liar, and the two clashed on social media. Though the drama eventually cooled off, the feud remains a notable chapter in Keemstar's controversial history. He's picking fights with anybody who's big enough to give him any attention whatsoever. So yeah, of course PewDiePie would be one of them. I bet PewDiePie has also gotten away with a lot of BS. I believe you on that one. I don't know specifics, but I believe that would be true. All right, we're going to 2020 now with a girlfriend drama. Let's find out. Oh, a previous girlfriend, guys, named Clara. Keemstar's personal life came under public scrutiny when it was revealed that his girlfriend, Clara, had previously been involved in some controversial incidents on social media. Clara had been accused of harassing certain individuals, and the revelation led to people criticizing Keemstar for allegedly condoning her behavior. Keemstar responded by defending Clara, claiming that her past behavior didn't reflect who she was now. However, critics continued to point out his hypocrisy, accusing him of ignoring past actions because of his relationship with her. His controversy further fueled Keemstar's negative reputation among critics. Listen, I cannot imagine this girlfriend being any worse than what we can accuse Keemstar of. So I don't know about that controversy. Doesn't really hit me that hard. All right, the Onision controversy. I think you guys mentioned this one last time. Keemstar, who has also been associated with the controversial YouTuber Onision, who has been the subject of numerous accusations, including grooming and predatory behavior. Keemstar initially defended Onision in several videos, claiming that the accusations were unproven, but eventually, after pressure from the community, Keemstar distanced himself from Onision. This situation was previously problematic because Keemstar's promotion of Onision's content, despite ongoing allegations, led to accusations that Keemstar was enabling harmful behavior. What? For the sake of drama? No way! Keemstar would never! He would never. Keemstar later claimed that he had been manipulated by Onision, but his initial defense left a stain on his reputation. Number 9, last one. It's hard to believe. Trolling and manipulating for views. Keemstar's entire brand has been built around creating drama, and many critics argue that he often takes advantage of sensitive topics or personal conflicts to attract views and clicks. What? He's been accused of trolling people and manipulating situations for the sake of entertainment, even if it means stirring up unnecessary conflict or hurting people's reputations. His show Drama Alert has been called out for sensational controversies without verifying facts or proving sufficient context. This has contributed to Keemstar's divisive reputation, with some seeing him as a that word again, and others as a necessary figure who gives people the drama they crave. Sorry about that. That word was hard. Hey, Richie! Yeah, no way, right? No way. That doesn't sound like Keemstar. This person's conclusion is as follows. Keemstar's career has been marked by controversy, accusations of misinformation, and involvement in multiple online feuds. While he has built a massive following by reporting on drama and gossip within the YouTube and social media world, his approach has led to significant backlash over the years. His penchant for lack of fact-checking and personal conflicts with other creators have earned him a reputation as one of the most polarizing figures in online entertainment. Though Keemstar continues to operate Drama Alert and has attempted to address some of these controversies, his legacy remains complex, defined by both his influence on the YouTube drama ecosystem and the frequent criticism of his role in amplifying toxicity. I just can't. I don't know why. I can't. The word is too hard. It is too hard. Anyway, so if you guys are interested in more Keemstar drama, check out the Kiwi Farms thread on him. It has 60 pages apparently, and it started in 2016 with sharing the 62-year-old man stuff that he did. He trolled that guy, and he accused him of stuff. That wasn't pretty. And apparently a lot more. Way before all the lolcow universe stuff. So, you know, if you're interested, go ahead. There is a Kiwi Farm thread on him that has 60 pages. Now, we're gonna go over the June the King documentary of Keemstar. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to finish today, but I'm curious to see how much of the controversies this is actually going to cover, because this video was made 4 years ago as opposed to the other video that we watched the other day was a lot older. So let's see what June the King has to report on Keemstar. Let's watch. Before I do, let's read some comments. Life is really easy if you just don't care how you affect people. Proof in point. Yeah, 100% Dusk. I don't know what that's like, but it must be, in a way, it must be very freeing. And in another way, yeah, a lot of negative attention. If you guys want to anonymously contribute to the demise of the LCU, go and give a tomorrow. Give a tip complaint to the Department of Labor online or phone. Anonymous, just be honest. These schedules, he controls a lot, which makes them employees tip not tomorrow. Right, okay, I gotcha. I didn't know that was even a thing. Did not know that was a thing. The Department of Labor online. So, like, do they focus on online stuff too? Because I feel like the online world is still so ungoverned, right? There's not a lot that people do about these sort of situations. They are officially employees, though. They have 1099s, right? We did confirm this with Lynx's testimony the other day. They are 1099s. So they are employees, so it should actually still be relevant to report. I just don't know how far they go, you know? I feel like the online space is still very tricky to control and make rules around. Anyway, let's go.
Formerly known as DJ Keemstar, as the name suggests, has been mixing himself into a large variety of dramas and controversies since his debut on YouTube in 2009. While he truly requires no introduction,
I hope they talk about his troll days, because one of you mentioned the other day that one of the biggest things that made him known was trolling in a specific game. I don't know if it was Rust or another game.
we'll give him one anyway. Keemstar is known for a lengthy list of controversies, but most prominently, he is known for a history of being a bully, doxer, false predator accuser, and hater.
I mean, yes, the 1099, from what I understand, of course, I have very different tax forms than you guys over there, but yeah, so it's an independent contractor. It is freelance work, but I mean, even in those situations, I can imagine employers still have responsibilities towards their independent contractors, right? At least to a certain degree. Halo 3, right? Halo 3. He started Halo 3 trolling. That was like before the drama alert days, I'm guessing. But true, and this is what happens so much with a lot of the content that you guys consume. There's a lot of toxicity and just like disgusting behavior that keeps these people afloat and that actually makes them all the money that they've made today, you know? And that's a hard realization to make, because it keeps getting them all the attention that they have and all the money that they have. People just love that stuff more than you know, the wholesome content.
View counts are falling. Though that is just a surface level observation, as there are many more moving parts to the machine that is Keemstar. Something that can't be fully covered within a few minutes time, which is why we'll go through the many rises and falls of Keemstar. But first, a message from this video's sponsor.
No,
join 6 million others.
I appreciate you having sponsors. I'm very happy for you, but we're gonna...
Add over, back to the video.
Yeah, thank you.
To get a better understanding of who Keemstar was, and who he frankly still is, we'll need to understand who he was before YouTube and his job working collections at an attorney's office.
You worked in collections? You have to be a certain, like, you have to be somewhat cold-blooded for that kind of job, right?
To start, and to oversimplify it, someone working legal collections is typically working over the phone, contacting those who owe money and haven't been making payments.
Yeah.
At this job, you at times listen to other stories on how they accumulated their debt, and whether these stories come across as idiotic or heart-wrenching matters not. The bottom line is, you need these people to pay the money that they owe, so it's not an easy job for most people. Which is why, at least the large companies of 250 plus employees have large annual turnover rates of 75 to 100%. But we are working with the assumption that Keemstar worked in a smaller office where the stress of such a job was more manageable. Regardless, this is a job that he started in his early 20s and retained for around 8 years. This was a job that Keemstar should have never really gotten at all because it required a college degree. But he lied during his interview and said he went to college, so he got it anyway. It was—
Yo! What? I'm sorry, I can't pay my legal fees. Do you know who I am? I am Keemstar. Do you think that works back in his 20s, Richie? I don't know, man. I don't think he could use that sentence quite with the same confidence as he can today, you know? And even today, I would be like, okay, pal.
It was later found out that he lied, but he was so good at his job that they decided to keep him on anyway. But not only was Keemstar good at a job where he claimed you had to leave your heart at the door, he was the best at it, stating that he was the #1 agent in his office. Typically, these jobs are commission-based and pay in relation to performance, so he was most likely making a large sum of money. This, mixed in with his side job of DJing on weekends, meant that he was earning a healthy living for himself.
Okay, so that's not just part of his name, he was an actual DJ. He was an actual DJ.
Enough to support a family, as around 2008, he got the news that he was having a baby. Though it was ultimately celebration that spurred a chain of events that brought him to YouTube, it wasn't the celebration of the newfound parental status. It was instead the celebration of a $2,000 bonus check he received from his job. This check influenced Keemstar to take some friends out drinking, and when he returned home, he hopped on his Xbox 360 to play a match of Halo 3. As Keemstar did for enjoyment, he flung various insults at the other players in the lobby that was further drawn out into the match. A typical night in the life of Keemstar, almost as regular as any other night. Well, that's the way.
Did he have any success as a DJ? Cause he definitely, like, he ran with that, right? In video games, he was calling himself DJ Keemstar. So there was definitely part of him that wanted to make it as a DJ, right? He wanted to be recognized as a successful DJ. He would put in his name, so I'm guessing that, you know, that was the case. I don't, like, looking back today, that's not what he's recognized for, so I don't know if he was very successful as a DJ. I wonder if it was any good.
It seemed at first. The following day, Keemstar began receiving messages through Xbox Live.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny?
His confusion on the matter only grew when the amount of these random messages grew in size. Curious, Keemstar decided to investigate the source of these messages, and about a week since that initial match, he found that someone in his lobby recorded the match and Keemstar smack talk along with it.
I feel like I'm a fucking gorilla with a fucking baseball bat fighting a retard with a spoon. This is fucking boring as hell. I'd rather fucking teabag a bear trap.
Okay.
With the video garnering over 20,000 views, it sent Keemstar into somewhat of a panic. Enough so that he contacted this YouTuber known as Duranker to ask him to take the video down because Keemstar was fearful of losing his job over what he said online.
Interesting. So his head did not initially go to, ooh, people actually like my insults. He actually got worried.
Which provides us an
This was his first attempt to get a video down. How many videos and channels has he gotten down since then, you know?
interesting look into the commonalities and differences to YouTube then and now. In current YouTube, many content creators are better at presenting the best aspects of themselves online while also being careful not to expose their less favorable traits. This is common human nature, as people typically want their best selves to be represented no matter the situation. But it is intensified on YouTube. Keemstar back then
YouTube. The way he says YouTube is very cool.
was no exception in wanting the video taken down. But here's where it gets interesting. Keemstar had no knowledge that people were creating these types of YouTube videos, nor did he ever have an interest in becoming one of them. To add to this, because he was recorded without his knowledge, Keemstar was immediately a more toxic but genuine form of himself.
Right.
He did not have an opportunity to expose himself to the internet as he wanted, but was thrust upon it in a more natural way. Another part that makes his beginnings unique is that he never struggled to get views or really build up an audience. But going back to wanting the video taken down, he was embarrassed about it, until the ranker convinced him that he was one of, if not the funniest trolls he met on Halo 3, and invited him to join him and other trolls in the creation of more of these types of videos where beyond smack talk, playing various different characters, or harassing female gamers, they would kill other random team members.
Harassing female gamers, what a great idea!
Basically doing whatever they could to get a reaction out of someone in the game and troll them. The group that Keemstar took part in was known as FAG, which stands for Federation of Asshole Gamers, who mainly posted on another channel known as Halo Funtage. Though this started as a hobby of sorts, it immediately grasped Keemstar's interests, or rather DJ Keemstar as he was known at the time. Because as Keemstar later stated, due to his childhood where he grew up on a dairy farm, there was always a part of him that wanted to avoid a life full of manual labor, and had dreams of becoming an entertainer, but mostly had a primary goal of avoiding that farm life, which brought him to the attorney's office. And now with this newfound opportunity, he could fulfill both aspects of his childhood dream, especially considering that Machinima, a YouTube network that partnered creators, offered him a spot as a director. To expand on this, 2009 YouTube and YouTubers had little to no expectation of making money, and their video creation hobbies were mostly fueled by passion. But when networks like Machinima started making their way through YouTube, they gained extra power by seeking out talent and contracting them by allowing ads to be placed on their content for a cut of the revenue. So creators can go from making nothing to just a little bit of money, as long as networks like Machinima took a cut when it was posted to the Machinima channel. And as luck may have it, Keemstar was one of the gaming creators to be a director on the Machinima channel, with the earliest video I personally found on their channel going all the way back to July of 2009, only 5 months after Keemstar's debut on YouTube. As for Keemstar's channel, or channels, this part gets a bit murky because it was so long ago and there is little documentation of this time. While DJ Keemstar seems to have been his main channel, established on March 12, 2008, there were many other channels that may not have been his own, like Keemstar Nation, ex-DJ Keemstar, and DJ Keemstar for the win. Though there may have been other undiscovered channels, these seem to be the most prominent ones, with ex-DJ Keemstar seemingly even having a Red Bull sponsor. Though Keemstar and his group received widespread support, there was always those that doubted the legitimacy of their videos and were accused of scripting their content. To counter this, still in 2009, Keemstar and friends began streaming first on Justin TV, which is now known as Twitch. A little fun fact is, according to Keemstar, on his very first livestream, he got 300 concurrent viewers. But still, he further experimented and went to Ustream. Then finally, he stayed on Blog TV and created.
Okay. On his very first stream, he had 300 people. 300 concurrent viewers, which is a lot. Of course, it was a different time. I didn't catch Twitch when it was still Justin TV. I do know that there were a lot more opportunities back then. It was a lot harder to stream. The setups weren't as obvious. It wasn't as pretty. So anyone with some charisma would make it further than others that attempted the same, you know? So I can imagine it's possible, especially since he had some status in Machinima, so he would be able to leak some of that status into a streamer situation, you know? I can see that.
Created an account on December 27, 2009, where only 4 days after joining, his page was the 5th most subscribed for that week. And in 6 months' time, he was the most subscribed person on Blog TV, surpassing other content creators like Phil DeFranco and Shay Carl, because Keemstar, ever since his inception, was always very interactive and made his name well known through the dramas he caused and or joined in. Whether the
Okay.
outcome was negative or positive, usually the former, the person he interacted with would usually talk about Keemstar on their own platform, which would drive curious viewers to pop in on Keemstar's livestream and further boost his views. This drama and Keem's unrelenting energy meant that he was getting on average 3,000 concurrent viewers per livestream. But this popularity is an exchange, or rather only one side of the coin.
Hey, Ruby.
His dedication to gaming entertainment and the money it brought in allowed him to quit his $70,000 a year job at the attorney's office. But then again, it meant that Keemstar was now fully reliant on whatever it was he was doing online to support his family. But toxicity breeds toxicity, and with the numbers of enemies stacking, he ran into many roadblocks that may have deterred or even ended other content creators' careers. First, in May of 2009, Halo Funtage, FAG's collective channel, was successfully mass flagged and banned for what is assumed to be harassment. Which then prompted the creation of its successor, Halo A-Holes, which was widely more successful than its predecessor for one massive reason. Beyond getting more subscribers in a month than Halo Funtage did in a year, according to Keemstar, Halo A-Holes was the 5th ever gaming channel to be partnered with YouTube. So no longer did Keem have to post on the Machinima YouTube page to make revenue.
Right.
The contributors of Halo A-Holes now had their very own monetized channel, which was for several months in a row in the top 10 highest growing channels, at least in terms of subscribers, with Keemstar as the group's most recognized figure. There are many things that can be pointed at and made an example of how drastic YouTube has changed. Halo A-Holes is a great example, as it's a channel purely based on what appears to be content surrounding the online trolling or harassment of others for entertainment, all while
I mean, we still have plenty of very successful channels that their focus is trolling people, right? What is that one guy called? Daniel something? He's like this major troll in like Second Life and games like that.
incorporating the most vulgar insults that the mind of Daniel Keem can create. But in the eyes of 2010 YouTube, this was perfect. Perfect, 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 let's monetize it. But in truth, YouTube was not a company that would be hurt much by the spread of this content. Content that mainly focused on Halo 3 and now Modern Warfare 2. While Modern Warfare 2 could be played on PlayStation or Xbox, Halo was solely a Microsoft IP, and with Microsoft wanting to ship its online multiplayer experience as friendly and expand further into the growing consumer base that sought online gaming, it had to reshape and crack down on the negative, toxic reputation that online gaming was getting. And what a better way to staunch the flow of hate than to go after the biggest figures perpetuating it, like DJ Keemstar. As fans were quick to notice, he was banned from Xbox Live.
I'm literally being harassed. I'm recording all this. I'm going to fucking.
How can you go online complaining about being harassed after you get known from being the major harasser that you are?
I'm not a little fucking kid. I'm an adult. I'm an adult that knows a lot of fucking people.
I'm an
fucking
adult.
Suing, and I'm making everything public.
I'm an adult and I know I have friends and my friends will hurt you.
Everything public. Everyone's gonna know step by step what has been happening to me. You know what I think it is? I think they're mad. I think the enforcement team's a little mad because I stuck up for myself, because they have a system in place that allowed my account to get shut down.
I'm
I
gonna
kept getting my
sue
account
you.
blocked. So they weren't fixing my problem. So I upload a video and tell people, look, if they're not gonna fix my problem, then make the problem worse until they do fix it. All right? What are you guys, butthurt enforcement team? Because of your policies?
What?
I'm the fucking victim here.
While the logical response for someone in Keemstar's field to be able to continue to do what he was doing would be to make another account and continue trolling, it wasn't that simple.
So many tantrums and they still sound the exact same, don't they?
As whenever you are banned from Xbox Live, not only does it strike your gamertag, but also your entire Xbox. So to get back into trolling, Keemstar would need to purchase an entirely new Xbox, which is what he did. And that one got banned, so he bought another and another as they kept on getting banned. But Keemstar did not hold on to these consoles. He returned them, stating that they didn't work. which to some extent was the truth. And to avoid suspicion amongst the retailers he was returning these consoles to, he alternated stores to continue essentially borrowing Xboxes from them. But even this proved too much to maintain, as Keemstar was usually allotted about 1 hour of stream time before what was deemed to be a moderator working on Microsoft to skim Block TV for any rule-breaking content banned his account, leaving Keemstar without gameplay for the rest of the livestream. Again, luckily for Keemstar, there was a perfect alternative that suited his style of entertainment, and that was BattleCam, a live streaming website launched in March of 2010 where two streamers were pitted against each other, and whoever formulated the best insults and won the audience's favor was voted up by them, while the loser was voted down and had to regain their position in the roster by frankly performing better, with the ultimate objective to appear at the
Damn, okay. Hey, Victor. Holy crap. I saw a video back in the day of him going back to GameStop with a banned Xbox, tricking them into a refund. Of course he would. He would be celebrating doing that. That's crazy.
Top of the website and defend your position. But Keemstar had a very, very large advantage, and that was he was already established. So
Right.
what he did to dominate the website was begin streaming on BattleCam, something anyone can do, but he was also streaming on Block TV at the same time, and had his audience on Block TV go to BattleCam and continually vote him up. So whenever Keemstar pleased, he could be at the top
What a scammer!
of this website. Though this could be seen as an unfair advantage, and even grounds for termination on BattleCam for some, for the owner of the website, eccentric billionaire Alki David, it was just some extra promotion. So him and Keemstar became friends very quickly, solidified by Keemstar's new moderator status on BattleCam. And with this power, one could liberally put channels on a lower position or put them in the front of the line, which is known as starting someone. So one night, Keemstar hopped on BattleCam and was started, so he appeared in the front of the line, which made him seem like he was abusing his mod powers. But he quickly deduced who was starting him via the chat members flinging various Italian-based racial slurs towards him. These messages also included the name of another moderator known as Alex. If it isn't obvious already, this led to arguably the most infamous clip on Keemstar on the internet, because while frustrated, he went on Block TV to prove he wasn't abusing his moderator powers by showing he wasn't touching the keyboard and putting his hands up, and also called Alex that one racial slur that trumps all others, while also encouraging his viewers to repeat it in the chat.
I'm okay. Fuck this. I'm on Blog TV with my fucking hands up. I'm not starting my fucking self. You fucking stupid bitch. This stupid fucking justice, all fucking righteous fucking Alex is doing this shit. You fucking I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna find out. Yo, everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid. Just type in the chat, Alex is a stupid. Fuck him.
At first, this clip was well received as an effective attack on
Yo!
Alex. But as the internet changed, so did the people's perspectives on it. But that's not until much later. Fuck the Fans was an equally controversial clip making its rounds through 2010 YouTube that also shined a not so favorable light on Keemstar.
I think it's funny. I've been laughing for the last hour that your mom died of cancer. I don't give a fuck about any of you. I am in this for your money and your money only. That's all I care about. Alright? I only do this show for money. That's it. Alright? I don't do it to entertain people. That's just a fucking scam. I don't give a fuck about any of you. I really hope you die of cancer. I hate every single one of you. Fuck the Fans. No sarcasm. No joking. Fuck the Fans. Thank you. I see there's a lot of debate. You know, is he joking? Is
Pretty consistent, I'll give him that.
he being sarcastic or whatever? Of course I'm joking. You know what I mean? Like, cancer is a horrible thing. But it's not horrible enough. What I really mean is I hope you get cancer, and I hope you fucking live the last fucking month of your life every single day, gasping for a breath of air and living with the worst, horrible fucking pain of your life. For the last fucking time. Fuck the fans!
There are a few things that make Keemstar's frustration a bit more understandable in this situation. With the popularity of Keemstar's trolling content, as seen by the over 600 concurrent viewers on his livestream, fans would join his game and effectively ruin his trolling as they were in on the joke. Keemstar also later states that this was a character called Evil Keemstar, where he talks down to the fans who he states were in on the joke. But this is most likely a farce, as he still says in the clip, "No joking, no sarcasm, fuck the fans." This theory is reinforced by a lesser-known follow-up clip where Keemstar addresses his outburst.
Just sit in front of this computer. But I do spend a lot of time on this show, and it's ruined. So, I'm really sorry I said all that shit, but I almost mean it. I almost wish that you can... That's it.
So why would Keemstar be sorry if the viewers knew he was joking? He seemingly also made a channel 2 days later called Fuck the Fans, serving the purpose of opening fan mail. So whether you believe it was an annoyed Keemstar improperly remembering this event, or that he was actually playing a character and did not mean the things that he said, is up to you. The point of focusing on a rant with seemingly little significance is that it'll later be mentioned in the video. And this also highlights another difficulty in continuing his traditional trolling content. Not only were his fans session joining his game and ruining his content while he was getting his Xbox accounts perpetually banned, his YouTube channels were also under attack. It was time for a change. If he wanted to continue to succeed, he needed something else. Something bigger. And that opportunity came with the pre-release of a small indie game known as Minecraft. Before Minecraft sparked a change of Let's Play culture and effectively launched hundreds of YouTubers' careers, it was a PC-exclusive game where those with consoles as their primary gaming system could only hope to have it available to them one day, and had to experience it through exponentially increasing videos covering it on YouTube. And with any given format, genre, or artist success, there will always be clones to fill in the demands where the original failed too. An example of this was Fortresscraft, a Minecraft-esque game in development that was to be released on Xbox 360, but what it lacked was promotion, which is where Keemstar came in. He knew that there was a demand that needed to be met, and that he could act as the propelling marketing force to sell this game, to which he contacted the developers and offered to promote their game for ownership of half of their company, which the developers declined. That's when Keemstar offered them a 24-hour period of promotion to show the effectiveness of his influence and uploaded a Fortresscraft trailer on his Halo A-Holes channel that got a little over 72,000 views in a week's time. And through his Twitter, he was able to get other gaming platforms to cover it as well. The developer was so impressed at Keemstar's performance, he offered him 30% of Fortresscraft for continued promotion, which Keemstar agreed to.
Notch took another game and ripped it off and made Minecraft. Talk shit about my fucking game, Fortresscraft, saying that's a ripoff and that Fortresscraft could go suck a fucking dick.
The end result was Fortresscraft selling an estimated 2 million copies. So it's safe to say that Keemstar made over $1 million from this deal. This was money that he needed desperately after a massive drop in revenue because he was unable to continue his trolling content. The problem was that Microsoft pays quarterly, which meant that he was anticipating a check in June while in March. So in 2 months, this got all the more serious when the developer of Fortresscraft failed to fill out the paperwork in time, which meant that Keemstar's life-changing money was delayed by another couple months. But Keemstar still kept active and found other ventures to keep him busy in the meantime. That's where Alki David and the Billionaires Challenge comes in, a what was announced to be pay-per-view event that pitted several Call of Duty YouTubers against each other to raise money for charity. An event that was helped put together by Keemstar that started in mid-2011, which at its peak got an alleged 100,000 concurrent viewers. The high turnout does not translate to the event being a complete success, as the technical quality and the general organization left a general air of awkwardness throughout the production. Which, as you'd expect,
awesome. That sounds awesome. Oh man.
For a first-time production like this.
That sounds like a good time.
But the next one substantially improved on this, though it was controversial for its own reasons. Still, it provided Keemstar with more experience and networking opportunities. Though he did make more friends, he did not make the money which he desperately needed, as he was now struggling financially to the point where he and his family were being threatened with an eviction from their
Yeah, we need to find this. I want to watch it. It must have been so cringe.
apartment. It was so
It must have lacked as much planning as all the events that he is part of nowadays. Like, imagine BattleCam, but like, what, like 10 years ago when they did this. I want to see it so bad now.
so bad that he was in talks with his previous job at the attorney's office to come back. But that's when another opportunity was presented at him at just the right moment. An owner of a YouTube network contacted Keem and offered him a deal similar to the one he made with the developers of Fortresscraft. And that was, you promote our network and we'll give you 50% of the revenue. They would even call it the Keemstar network. On the surface, it sounds like a
What? At the Keemstar network? Stop.
great deal. But when you get into the terms of how they wanted it promoted, it gets a bit suspicious. This network offered to partner anyone and showcase their videos on their channel so long as they got a $50 deposit as insurance to deter any trolls. Or
No.
so they say. But Keemstar, needing the money and riding on the high of his success with Fortresscraft, gladly accepted and began promoting this network and immediately got around 50 people to enlist. But also, just as fast, got an email from GameStation that sent Keemstar into a panic. GameStation, later known as Maker, is the network that partnered his main channel, Halo A-Holes. But that was no longer the case, as they stated that Keem, taking these deposits, broke YouTube's terms of service. And Keem's channel was no longer partnered. To attempt to fix the situation, Keem immediately deleted the video, but by then it was too late. It didn't take long for Keem's channel to be banned, and for his reputation to sink along with it. With little to no way to make amends for a variety of reasons, finally hit Keemstar when he found out that the guy he was in talks with about the Keemstar network actually purchased the hacked multi-channel network through illegal means. If it wasn't before, it was now more than ever apparent that it was a
Oh my gosh.
complete scam that Keemstar fell for. To make matters worse, this person was also in charge of the PayPal Keem's viewers were throwing money into. So try as he might, Keem wouldn't be able to refund those who put money into the scam as he did not have the transaction history. And because Keem already soured his reputation as a troll, it made it hard to believe that he wasn't in on the scheme.
Right.
So now, not only was he still struggling financially, he lost one of his few sources of revenue. Beyond that, he lost a channel that he was working on building for over a year now, and all he could do at this point was wait for the Fortresscraft money to come in, sustaining himself through money he recently borrowed from his parents. But shortly after this loss, he gained a lot. The Fortresscraft money had finally come in.
Oh yeah.
So seemingly overnight, Keem went from pinching pennies and nearly getting evicted to becoming a millionaire. This spurred a spree of new purchases like a new house and a new car that he paid for in cash, and began finding ways to
Can you imagine though, your account is at 0 and then you get $1 million? Yeah, that must feel like freedom, you know, like can buy everything.
invest his money. But even then, with all these new toys and more money that he knew what to do with, there was still a lingering feeling of defeat and the loss that came from it. Not necessarily in the sense of losing, but more so as he was unaware what to do with his life. So as Keemstar does, he found purpose and began planning a new endeavor. One that required a sort of partner to help him with the workload and the most important part, the entertainment. He never found him, but he did find Only Use Me Blade, a Call of Duty commentary channel with around 500,000 subscribers at the time who was quite influential in his own right. Keem had a personal interest in him because while he was from the gaming community like Keem, his commentaries, through Keem's eyes, had thought-provoking topics outside of talking about his day or the gameplay on screen as you'd expect from a typical Call of Duty commentator. This project was a podcast, so thrown into the mix of shaping this podcast was Keem's recent addiction to Painkiller Already, a popular gaming podcast that, while it is gaming themed, discussed
PKA! This is where PKA comes in! I don't even know this thing.
a variety of topics. This
was the thing that Wings of Redemption was part of, right?
gave us a bit of insight into how he envisioned his podcast and, in a sense, the future of his presence online. And after much pestering, Keemstar convinced Blade to co-host a new podcast with him. While Keemstar did all the editing and channel management, their split of the earnings was still 50-50, as that is what it took to get Blade on
No way! Keemstar had to do actual work for his 50%? No way!
board. So on June 27, 2012, the Bad Kid Show YouTube channel was established and took a little over a week to get up to nearly 10,000 subscribers, mainly through promotion. As though Keem's previous main channel, Halo A-Holes, was banned for promoting a scam, he still had many other channels to advertise with. And just like PKA, Painkiller Already, the Bad Kid Show was a success. And to go back on PKA's influence on the show and Keemstar, what Keem seemed to be inching to more and more was entertainment based largely around personality, more so than the content, and also a way to create a fluid audience. One that would not just follow Keemstar for his trolling content or his combativeness on BattleCam, but rather to follow him as a person. This is what the Bad Kid Show was. It was not only focused on gaming, but also to get a different, not always aggressive side of Keemstar's personality out there. And with Blade being a relaxed character, in contrast to Keem's aggression, but similar in his interests, made Blade a great host for the podcast. But Keem still wanted more out of it, and he finally found out what that something more was when he flew out Blade and fellow YouTube and high school friend, Scott Kin Martin, as a cameraman to record the most memorable of Keemstar's songs, Dollar in the Woods, that include popular lines such as,
Walk in the woods, found a dollar, found a dollar, walked in the woods. Found a dollar, found a dollar, found a dollar in the woods.
While they were all centralized at one location, Keemstar with season tickets to the Bills game took the opportunity to film a podcast while tailgating.
Oh my
while this episode
God.
performed just as well as any other.
Dude, TTS alert. I have so many to make. Oh my gosh, I have so many. Our last episode had so many good Keemstar quotes. I have to make them.
Blade and Keemstar saw more to it. This episode to them was potential. That's when Blade pitched the idea to continue this in-person format to improve the quality and develop an online reality TV show feeling to it.
Yesterday, when we went to Six Flags and we went around, went on different rides, you know, maybe interviewed some people that want to be interviewed, and just posted up whenever we felt the need to post up, and just talk or do whatever. I think that that would be amazing if we could do that every episode.
Here's the thing. All right, you know I've been dumping a lot of money in this project.
Yeah, and Keemstar, honestly, like, Keemstar has been dumping money into this, like, everything that's having to do with...
But the reason why I dump money in it is because I believe in it. Here's the thing. We need to somehow make this profitable. Wait, I shouldn't even say profitable. I just want to cover the cost.
Sustainable, yeah.
I'm set for life with the things I'm doing.
With Keem gladly accepting, and during PAX West in Seattle, which was conveniently where Blade was located, they packed up Blade's belongings and drove from Seattle to Keem's home city of Buffalo. There, they began producing more podcast episodes. But just like many of Keem's previous projects, his past caught up to him and derailed his would-be future plans on YouTube. As for how, that can be explained by a quick look at the Bad Kid Show channel. Well, that be if it was still available, as less than a month after recording the Tailgate podcast episode and committing further to the development of his channel, it was already banned. As per YouTube's rules that you're not allowed to ban evade or circumvent a ban by creating an alternate channel. But Keemstar, already having several other channels banned, did what he's always done, and that was ban evade some more, this time creating the Bad Kid Show podcast channel, not to be confused with the now banned Bad Kid Show. Though this channel still hosted old and new podcast episodes, it branched out a bit in a form of live streams that were truly only brought on through Keemstar's new hobby, #DramaAlert, where he discussed the various dramas happening mostly in the Call of Duty community. Initially, this was mostly done as a joke, but that changed when Keemstar
Luna, I would not be surprised if that was true.
started shoutcasting some concerning tweets that the then famous, but now infamous, content creator Wings of Redemption was putting out. And while doing so, Wings and many others requested to join the call and did so. bringing the drama from Twitter to a livestream format that was left up as a video for the fans of the BattleCam podcast to view.
Twitter level yellow.
So, you know, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm always on top of all the drama that goes on between commentators and all that. And I do this series on Twitter called Drama Alerts, brought to you by DJ Keemstar. This is where it gets good. He says, I've got a load of guns, El Pressador, and if I decide to...
At what point did he decide to drop the DJ part of his name? Cause we don't see the music talent, right?
Kill myself, I'm taking you with me. You see that?
I'm reading this to make sure. Could that be... Is that really what he said? Like, could that be like...
No, that's the exact same one that's the real one. That's the real one, because that's when El Pressador tweeted it. It's the same exact picture.
Wings, you know you can't say that. You can't even, like, think that out loud. You can't even, like, say that shit by yourself in the bathroom. That's
just insane. Absolutely insane. Wings wants in. Wings is saying that he wants... If you're just tuning in, we have Wings of Redemption. We have Woody here. We have Only Use Me Blade, DJ Keemstar, Scott K. Martin. On the phone on Skype, we have White Boy 7th Street and...
Yo, on Skype! This was on Skype!
Ranker. And we're just basically speaking about some big drama that's been going on Twitter tonight. Now, El Pressador is saying to Wings that he's turning you in to the FBI Wings for a threat on his family. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are what Woody's doing is laughing.
However, what Keemstar did not anticipate was the high rates of traffic towards this drama-laden video, which we can estimate by the number of likes past well over 100,000 views within a few days of it being streamed. Wasting no time, Keem and Blade did another similar stream the following day, going under the same format.
So he kind of accidentally came up with something that people wanted to watch. That must be a cool feeling.
Of hashtag Drama Alert. These activities were also inspired by the 2012 American TV series Newsroom, where a news anchor breaks his unopinionated mold and inserts his rationality into the stories being shown, which was how Keemstar was formatting his Drama Alert tweets on Twitter. But now, with his discovery of this new successful format, he decided it was time to dedicate a channel to it. And luckily, he still had a few to spare, so he settled on X-DJ Keemstar, a channel created back in 2009 to host the very first, sub-5-minute Drama Alert episode. But this channel was shared with his typical giveaways to boost channel growth and video game related content.
Oh, the giveaways, dude. I remember when I started as a streamer over 10 years ago on Twitch, there were so many people that were streaming that were trying to get big through these giveaways. Every day they would do a giveaway of something, and they would hope that people would stick around for the content that was, not interesting whatsoever. Oh, there were so many people doing that. And now you got drops. Because Twitch was paying attention. Hello, Remy.
It wasn't until about 2 months later that he fully dedicated this channel to this new content style and even changed the name to hashtag Drama Alert Nation. With this, he unofficially dedicated himself to daily uploads that got on average 15,000 views. That's not bad, considering he was still restricting himself to covering drama exclusively in the gaming community. Also, while these uploads were short and fast, they competed with his podcast. And while this channel's attention was fully directed towards Drama Alert videos, the history of it muddied the waters and didn't completely set a straight tone for what content one would expect from this channel. Sure, it was recently changed to these new Drama Alert gaming videos, but previously it had many opinionated videos covering a variety of topics, and without a strong, prominent content style, it can be difficult to accumulate viewers on any given channel.
Content was 100% different back then.
Beyond getting his channels repeatedly banned is the reason he had so many of them. They were for experimentation. A sort of Darwinism approach to content creation that the most successful creators follow, where the viewers guide their content style. And for that reason, on December 19, 2012, the Drama Alert Nation YouTube channel was established to host nothing but drama alerts from the get-go.
What's up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, DJ Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Today's story is about Green Goblin.
Immediately, this channel's videos started outperforming any other content style that Keem has ever produced. With his daily Drama Alert videos averaging 30,000 views, in 2 weeks' time, he was already at 500,000 total views on his channel with a total of 24,000 subscribers. He also expanded this operation to a dedicated Twitter and Reddit. And with the start of 2013, with a new year, Keemstar made a new channel for both Drama Alert and the Bad Kids podcast, but not by choice, as he'd find out that someone was mass reporting his channels and again got them banned. From Drama Alert to his personal channels that were primarily used to archive videos of his family, all because of his...
Is this Keem Hates channel, or are we ignoring he's a beast at YouTube and has made money out here? Dude, I have been giving him credit plenty of times, alright? I'm not a hater. I'm a disliker, if anything. What's up, TK?
ban of Halo a-holes that promoted a scam over a year ago. But this new Drama Alert channel grew even faster. It allegedly got 10,000 subscribers in 2 days' time, but it was immediately banned. Unlike before, where Keemstar's channels at least took a few months to get banned, they were now getting struck immediately. So he couldn't rely on his previous ban evasion tactics of creating new channels, as to do so would mean he would have to create several new channels.
Is this the Drama Alert fan club stream? I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far.
A month just to operate on YouTube. If Keem really wanted to reach his sought potential, he knew this was an issue that had to be solved in an official capacity.
I can definitely respect the hustle, and the fact that he accidentally came up with a really good, solid concept for a show. I mean, that's awesome. You know, that's awesome. Back then, he was taking the approach of trying a bunch of different things and see what would stick. And that's hustle right there. I mean, there was a time where he worked, you know? Maybe not much of a planner per se, but he was hustling.
So Keemstar built another team of people to try to get Halo a-holes unbanned, and after several months of trying and 4 Drama Alert channels hitting 100,000 subscribers and getting banned, his team was finally able to make some progress with YouTube and have Halo a-holes unbanned, as they were able to convince YouTube of Keemstar's ignorance of the scam. So during April of 2013, with this nostalgic freedom being reobtained, Keemstar revitalized many of his former projects through his new channels, like the Bad Kid Cast channel for his podcast, the Drama Alert channel for his news stories, and even got back into trolling with the creation of the channel Killer Keemstar. Beyond his personal channels, Keem also focused on various other projects that he knew could bring him a large sum of money, like his establishment of an esports team and his promotion of Amputee from the developers of Fortresscraft. Amputee is a game where you make tea. Though it sounds simple, the challenge is similar to the flash games such as QWOP, where all you need to do is run. The true objective in these games is to master the complicated controls to perform a simple task, and seeing larger content creators fail over and over at something that looks comically simple makes for an entertaining video and therefore creates more promotion. Enough so that large content creators like PewDiePie played it and introduced it to millions, therefore helping line Keemstar's pockets.
Okay.
But what seemed to be a war long won by Keemstar made very clear it wasn't during March of 2014, as there was another wave of bans. Though his channel, Halo a-holes, was restored, the many other channels that were banned by proxy of it being originally banned were not. So an unidentified party reported Keemstar's other banned channels, and through a paradoxical twist of events, Keemstar's channels were banned. So to explain it in a poor and complex manner, Keemstar's new channels were banned because his other channels that got banned through his association of Halo a-holes were still banned. But Halo a-holes was unbanned, so now it was the reverse, headed by the consistently inconsistent mess that makes up YouTube headquarters. But it's no secret that Keemstar still exists on the platform today, and his next channel would be the final and current one that you can find on YouTube right now, and that's due to Freedom, the YouTube network that Keem partnered with.
No, he was banned due to circumcision? Oh, you mean circumvention. Okay, sorry.
In collaboration, they were able to find a simple loophole in his ban, and that was while Keemstar is banned from owning a channel and practically managing it in any way, he was not banned from appearing in a video. So for that reason, he made a friend make the final Drama Alert channel on June 6, 2014, which was almost immediately banned. That's when his network stepped in and wrote YouTube a lengthy email and had his channel returned to him in about 2 days' time. The reason that the time is significant is because when he wasn't partnered, it took months to over a year to get anywhere with YouTube.
Yeah.
The new Drama Alert, which is literally what the channel is called as seen by the URL, practically took off where the previous banned Drama Alert channel left off. With
I think you gotta respect that somebody did just because they worked hard on it. It's just... I do respect the aspect of someone working hard to make their dreams come true, right? Because there's plenty of people who give up easily, right? And I guess he didn't.
Now getting on average 100,000 views per video, still focused on drama mostly centered around the gaming community, was having massive success with his seemingly largest problem solved. And yes, it is true that Keemstar found his optimal form of content, but with any content style, there is always room for small optimizations that can improve the content largely. And this difference can be seen between 2014 and 2015 Drama Alert. To paint a picture of 2014 Drama Alert, Keemstar was building a small team to help run the show, which mostly helped gather information and research potential stories. This help came in the form.
No, I definitely don't respect hustle by scamming. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Talking Wild, you know he has shown ambition and still firing on all cylinders? Sure he has shown ambition, but I don't respect him as a person, you know? Even if there are aspects of his personality where he perseveres and, you know, sure. But I don't respect him as a person. Even if he at some point in his life worked hard for something, you know?
Of fans asking if they could be part of the team, and because it was such a common occurrence, Keem opted accepted their help as a test to view how well they performed. Most of the people he brought on, by Keemstar standards, did a very poor job, but there were a few diamonds in the rough that did such a phenomenal job that Keem brought them on as paid employees. Beyond having extra help, it was important to vet these people as their research and the stories they brought to Keem needed to be extremely accurate, or Keem could potentially face the backlash of slandering someone, only made worse if the false information and or accusation is severe. Anyhow, many of Keem's stories in 2014, while moderately entertaining, lacked much focus.
You thought I was different? What? Just because I don't respect... I don't respect a guy. Do you like him? I mean, sure, you can like him.
Energy and contextual information that would bring viewers to his channel later on. And while the main focus was gaming entertainment, it also branched out to other stories ranging from strangers arguing politics on Facebook to random content creators' dramas and updates. But Keem's main meat in most videos relied on reading tweets of people arguing.
I can't respect someone who uses others for entertainment. Someone who does not respect or try to understand mental illness whatsoever. Someone who uses mental illness for entertainment purposes to make money off of with no respect to consequences whatsoever. Yeah, I guess we can disagree. Or maybe you have another perspective that I don't see, you know? Because I can comment on situations but not have all the different sides of the story, right?
Back and forth on Twitter, with many of these stories lacking much impact at all.
And Pro Syndicate said that Ali A sucks at Minecraft.
As to say that though Keemstar could pull much drama from these people in the gaming community, their main form of content was relatively drama-free, so many days there wasn't much crazy or wild news that could pull.
That's a good point. Us gamers are not that drama-focused, you know? There's plenty of drama in the community, especially more known now than ever before, but I can imagine there were days where nothing much was happening. People were just playing the games.
Large amount of viewers. But if he could milk an ongoing story and stretch it out through several videos, it could garner much viewership. This is exemplified through his coverage of Lizard Squad.
The hackers who ruined Christmas.
This is the group responsible for hacking two of the biggest computing companies in the world.
the hacking group that, among many other things, took down the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live. And those curious on why they couldn't play online might search YouTube for an answer, and what they'd find is Keemstar interviewing a member of the group with them explaining all the services they took down and will continue to hack. And they did. Both Xbox Live and PlayStation Network were taken down several times in the last 2 months of 2014. As a result, Keemstar covered them about 21 times in that time period by conducting further interviews, releasing news on their hacked targets, covering Finest Group, which is another hacking group that opposed Lizard Squad, and for a moment, Keem also got hacked by Lizard Squad themselves. This constant coverage and also extraction of information via interviews made this a successful long-running story on Keem's channel, reflected by the hundreds of thousands of views he got on videos by the end of the year. This helps mark our transition to 2015, both with a new year and a refocusing in content style. As the year progressed, Keemstar focused less and less intensely on the Call of Duty community, most likely due to the fact that when he did, the videos usually did not get as much traction as a video focusing on intense content creator drama. This is shown clearly by the 3 videos uploaded back-to-back covering Call of Duty Champs, which was a $1 million prize championship held back in 2015. These are some, if not the least viewed videos for that year. Also, they were uploaded at the tail end of March, which, interestingly enough, is possibly most viewed videos for 2015.
So even though the game that he was covering was super relevant at the time, there was a championship happening, there was the fact that it was lacking drama made him not have as much views as he could have. That's very interesting. So he most likely looked at that and was like, nope, the gaming is not the direction whatsoever. It's the drama that matters.
Were uploaded less than a month later. These would undoubtedly change Drama Alert forever as they uncovered a very dramatic and hot topic. But they also brought much negative attention towards Keemstar for reporting it in what some might consider a highly deceptive and dishonest matter. But before we get into that, we must cover what these videos even are and the origin of them. To start, these practically all began from this now deleted Reddit post that can be reviewed through websites that archive such things. What the poster claims is that Badgerverse, a Minecraft content creator on the rise, was arrested in 2004 for unlawful transactions with a minor. The source:
Yo, is this how it started?
bustedmugshots.com. As Keem usually does when he's given such damning information, he contacted the other party, Badgerverse, about these accusations before going public with them. But he was not the only one, as this was seemingly making the rounds through the internet. And after denying these accusations when questioned by Keem, Basher tried to step in front of the story by uploading a 46-minute-long video recounting his life story and the arrest that happened back in 2004. He alleges that he was friendly with his friend's sister that was 15 years old at the time, and their parents got suspicious about Basher, who was, as Basher claims, 18 at the time, and their parents got a bit suspicious about him. Basher, who claims he was 18 at the time, was exchanging sexually charged messages with her. When the parents of the 15-year-old found out, it led to a series of events where he was charged with, as seen from bustedmugshots.com, an unlawful transaction with a minor. Throughout the story, Basher's emotional and seemingly genuine recounting of the story got him much support. But there were those that were dissatisfied with his story, namely Keemstar, who at this point was on the offense against Basher.
Of course, you have to be the guy on the other side. That makes this a lot less genuine.
And constantly poked at him through Twitter, and an April Fool's drama alert that showcased a fake tweet that made him seem guilty of SA. That's when Basher contacted Machinima to see if they could get Keem's video taken down. But Basher's defensiveness, not just against Keem, but practically anyone that may construe Basher's story worse than he retold it in his 46-minute-long video, just made Keem more and more aggressive. And though there were lingering threats,
yeah, the more you defend yourself, the more he's gonna milk it.
Of a lawsuit, Keem kept prodding at Basher's weakness and finally got the reaction he wanted. After all, without Keemstar, he most likely would not have gotten to this point, and Keem wouldn't have squeezed a story out of him.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm done.
That hair.
I'm so freaking tired of it. I'm like going absolutely freaking mad. I didn't expect to freaking get this big, and I didn't expect like my past and everything to get all out there. And Keemstar just keeps freaking, it's just constant barrage. Like all my videos are like, I've been up for so long and I'm so stressed right now, and it's just, I'm done. Fuck! Fuck you! Fuck you! I hate you all who are attacking me constantly!
Being that Keem was mentioned within 30 seconds of the start of the video, it was immediately forwarded to him where he watched it live.
I didn't expect to freaking get this big, and I didn't expect, like, my past and everything to get all out there. And Keemstar just keeps freaking, it's just constant barrage. Like all my videos are like, I've been up for so long and I'm so stressed right now. And
oh God, he's coming for me, dude.
Done. I can't do
Holy
it
shit. Say that I pushed him too far, but I didn't. I didn't. He's just, this is more playing the victim. This is more like manipulation. That's all I see is manipulation. Like,
another great soundbite. All I see is manipulation. All I see is manipulation.
All I wanted, and all I think anybody wanted, was this dude to just own up to what happened and move on. Oh, ah! Dude, I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. Dude, like, get the fuck away, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm fucking scared, bro. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, I feel like he's fucking coming for me, bro. I'm fucking scared, dude. Like,
chicken wings of redemption. Excuse me?
I feel like this dude's gonna try to...
Citing that he is fearful for his life, but it's difficult to differentiate that from an excitement, as he just became a major player in a drama that was about to trend through the online community. So on the same day, Keem made a response to Basher's video, a video that Basher privated almost immediately.
He's never going to be the victim. He's always going to be the bad guy. And the fact that he can just manipulate so many people so easy, it scares the living shit out of me. It scares the living shit out of me.
And this is before he even started, guys. These are his roots.
It scares me that other YouTubers are afraid to voice their opinion on this subject. It scares me that this guy is that good at manipulating people. It scares me.
Holy crap.
To summarize Keem's 18-minute long video, it has him saying that Basher kept playing the victim card, when in reality, people should be focusing on how that 15-year-old was the victim. And that throughout Basher's life story, some ages don't make sense, as Basher says he was 18 when this happened, but in reality, he was most likely 20 due to a news clipping that Basher tweeted out. To add more, Basher's current girlfriend, who was a fan of his, met him while he was in his late 20s and she was 17. So there are 4 key things Keem kept hammering in this video. The inconsistencies with age, which he labeled as Basher being deceptive rather than accidentally inaccurate as most people are with dates, even Keemstar. Next is claiming that this video was done through a manipulative perspective and that he believes that the entire video should have been an apology rather than a short segment in it. Hence why Keem keeps saying that Basher is playing the victim card. And beyond retaliating by wanting to take Keemstar's April Fool video down, Keemstar had many grievances with Basher because Keem is a parent himself and could not imagine his daughter in such an undesirable situation. Overall, citing Basher to be a massive manipulator and monster in the YouTube community that people should be cautious of. This video performed extremely well. but not as well as his next one that was also covering Basher, citing that fans of both audiences were angry and that there was still no clear understanding of whether Basher was lying about his past.
Right now, I'm getting a lot of hate from Basher fans, and Basher is getting a lot of hate from people in the community over this situation, and we still don't know 100% the truth. And let me interview you. Let's put this thing to rest. Let's get the final chapter in this story done and over with. And let's turn all this hate and all this negativity into something incredibly positive. Just a simple yes or no. Do you want to help out these kids? Do you want to help raise $5,000 for this charity, Gamers Outreach?
So Keemstar extended an interview invitation to Basher for charity, with Keemstar saying that he wanted to put this all to rest. But it's apparent, at least through the many follow-up videos that performed insanely well, that Keemstar was going to latch onto this story so long as people kept returning to his channel for it. While we won't go in depth into all these, I will heavily recommend the Gamer from Mars video, The Badgerverse Conspiracy, full documentary.
Ooh, we might have to watch that, guys.
That dissects this situation. What we will dive into is how and why this worked so well for Keemstar. First is that Keemstar is inherently a troll. That's how he got started on the platform, and that's basically been his personality ever since. Trolling is usually done to get a reaction out of someone through whatever means necessary, whether that means throwing out various unconfirmable rumors, or in this situation, interviewing other ex-fans of Basher that were coming out on his alleged illicit messages, allowing Keem to continue.
Oh my god, he just kept milking it! He couldn't get an interview with the main guy, so he interviewed people like potential victims and like members of the community and people who wanted attention potentially.
To cover this ever-expanding story. If this were a collaboration, which in a way it was, Basher was sitting at around 1.7 million subscribers, and Keemstar was sitting at around 300,000. So Keemstar must have known that every time Basher complained about him or mentioned him in any capacity, it would bring more and more people to Keemstar's channel and even more in-depth coverage of Basher's past. So Keem had much to gain by continuing this. So that's why, in more ways than one, this was a collaboration. A non-friendly one, until it was. When 10 days later, Keemstar managed to get an interview with Basher, starting it off by Keem stating that he and the Drama Alert team verified that when Basher committed that crime way back when, the ages were 18 and 15 and not the rumored 20 and 13. As for Basher, he claims that he never talked to underage girls willingly, and if he did not know about their age.
I can imagine. Basically, the Drama Alert team did more research into what happened with Basher 11 years ago, and we can now confirm that the ages were 18 and 15, not 20 and 13.
I don't go out of my way to talk to underage girls. I just don't do that. If I talk to an underage girl, I did not know their age. They lied about it, or it just didn't even get mentioned, and I'm flirting.
Your friends disown you, and then your girlfriend, who you love, and you thought that she loved you.
Oh God, I love her, dude.
Disowns you for her career. That made me feel sorry for you. That legitimately made me feel sorry for you. Man, I don't like this stuff that happened between you and these younger girls. And I think that...
That's why I apologized. I don't either.
I don't think you can ever do anything like this. Enough people know about this situation where you won't do anything like this, right? I think that the punishment of you being through the runner in this whole community is enough for what you did. And I don't think that you need to still be kicked while you're down.
Many others refute these claims by stating that they stated their age when talking to him. So someone in this situation is lying. Which is why it's important to mention that Basher also admits that he's a pathological liar, and many acquaintances, both now and several years back, have confirmed that Basher is in fact a known liar.
Out. Some of us earlier than others had figured out he was full of shit with being an engineer for NVIDIA and then working.
But his now coworker did the same thing. Ooh.
None of us knew about the pedophilia.
But since this video is focusing on Keemstar, we'll readjust to him and the reason why this change in heart happened. Let's discuss the benefits. The harassment and rumors Keemstar spread around helped gain the attention of not just Basher's audience, but also those tuning into Basher's freakout video and the drama following it. Through this, Keemstar was getting much hate through Basher's large following. It is, after all, easier to get someone's attention from stating something negative than something positive, as its conflict and controversy.
I mean, judging from this conversation alone that Keemstar was having with Basher, Basher was in dire need of praise of any kind. As soon as Keemstar said, "I don't think you're guilty," he crumbled. Basher was like, "Oh, thank you," you know? And he was like laying in his lap ever since then. I can see it.
That makes most stories compelling. But now that he changed stances, though not everyone was convinced, he gained the support of most of Basher's extremely large following that once hated him. So through it all, he was able to make things work almost completely in his favor. Almost. And that's because of possibly his most viewed video of 2015. A video of him interviewing Basher that was joined in by Basher's associate and apparent Minecraft server owner, Smile for YouTube. In this interview, Smile claims to have audio proving that Basher's ex-girlfriend is a gold digger, and that was the reason she stayed with him. With Basher's obsession with this woman, the grand reveal of this leaked Skype call, and
Well, he only once attacked it because that's what looks right in the eyes of the audience, right? It's not because his morals tell him to do it. It's because that's what the audience likes to hear.
Basher's outburst from it.
Message from her today saying that she loves me, though. Straight up.
I told her I'm gonna pay her $1,000 if she did say that to you. If I convinced her basically that I'll give her $1,000 if she did say that to you.
We wanted to find out if she was a gold digger.
Bullshit. This is bullshit. Bullshit.
I had to do it, man. I had to prove it so the whole world can see what the real true colors are here.
Smile for YouTube.
Yes.
Play the audio.
Here it is.
You have actual audio?
Here it is. Hey.
I know. Hey, what's up?
Okay, not too much. Okay, he is going to... He's losing his fucking mind right now. He's bawling his fucking eyes out. He said that he will do it, but he needs to hear you say something to him. You have to talk to him nice or something like that, because he's bawling his eyes out. I'll give you $1,000. Bullshit your way through this. I'll give you $1,000 right now. Bullshit your way through this.
I already tried calling him. He's not picking up.
Okay.
I left him a voice.
Okay, if I...
You used me! You got fucking caught! I don't care anymore! This is bullshit! I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. At least in the end, I got the fucker in the ass.
Beyond it being an entertaining video, it helped move much of the hate from Basher to his ex-girlfriend and gave Keemstar new levels of notoriety in the YouTube community. Basher was on later episodes of Drama Alert, but it never rekindled the flame of this drama. On the topic of fire, it should be noted that Keemstar regularly takes risks and or plays with fire that usually works in his favor but also regularly gets burned. And this was one of those situations, as on the surface, this entire drama is already confusing enough. But when further looked into, it becomes quite a jumbled mess, with several parties working for their own gains and practically only Keemstar landing on top. Until now. And that's because Smile for YouTube, Basher's associate, or the person that was in the call when the leaked Skype audio of his ex-girlfriend was exposed to him. Because in 2016, a little less than a year after the video dropped, he leaked a Skype call between him, Basher, and Keem that puts a new perspective on all this because Smile for YouTube didn't always go under that alias. In 2010, he was known as 101 SWAT 101, and he's exactly the kind of person you would expect with someone with that name to have. And unbeknownst to Keem, back in 2010, he allegedly also made trolling videos with him, and that's why he had FAG re-uploads on his channel. But of course, with 5 years passing and all the people that Keem has met, he didn't recognize him at all. But there was some suspicion that was successfully diverted by a lie on Smile's side, as he did not want his cover blown.
Hey, are you a big time fan of mine? Because I searched you on YouTube and I saw like FAG re-uploaded videos.
FAG uploaded videos?
Re-uploaded videos, like my old trolling videos?
Oh, I'm not sure, man. Well, fuck, years back I was watching your videos. Years back.
Yeah, I searched Smile for YouTube on YouTube, and there's a channel, and it's got like re-uploaded videos of my old stuff.
Oh no, that wouldn't be me. I'm Smile for YouTube Gaming.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a weird coincidence.
That is a weird coincidence.
That is actually really fucking.
But before we get into the meat of this call, there is also a website that docks Clara and several other content creators' residence posted by an anonymous source. A dox that Keemstar clearly knew about and spread it anyway.
Don't worry.
Are you going to report on the website?
Well, I haven't really looked at the website. Like, I just...
You're gonna like it. Oh, you're gonna like it.
Oh, you're gonna like it.
Especially if you scroll all the way
really
down.
bad.
It even shows her bedroom window and everything. Like, it's some creeper, man.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck they got this stuff, but it's creepy.
It was definitely another YouTube partner out there that's doing this.
I'm gonna tweet it out. I'm gonna say, "Oh my God, have you seen this?"
Oh my God.
Damn,
Keemstar, dude, I hated you at first, but I'm starting to fucking love you.
Now for the most important part of this call is that interview was all orchestrated, scripted, redone, and dramatized, because they all knew about this info beforehand. And
Scripted content? What? Fake drama? No!
it was all done to take Clara down and build Basher up.
Okay, this is the game plan. All right, you get her in this private call. You record her saying this stuff. Okay. Then we come on and we do the interview, right? And I say something like, and you tell me the background. I'm saying, other than this text, do you have any proof? Like, do you have any real proof? I know she said this to you in a private Skype conversation, you know, Smile for YouTube. But, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people out there that say, you know, that you're full of shit. There's going to be a lot of people out there saying that, you know, maybe you and Basher made a deal behind the scenes. Do you have any legitimate proof that she said this? I mean, these conversations can be forged, and then you interrupt me and you're just like...
Yes, sir, I do. I got a video. I got an audio
Yeah,
right
we
now.
should have a scale cam, but you gotta trust me.
P-A-L-T.
I got... Okay, give me the audio, and then we play it in the interview. Oh my God, it's over. Coming from Drama Alert. Okay, my fans are fucking... They're not just like...
And I'll even
everyone.
react. I'll even react like I've never heard it. I said to him, literally, you could pay me $40 and I'll talk to him, but you'll have to pay me probably more than that. Literally asking him to pay her.
While Keemstar later defended this by saying all the information in the interview was true and it was only the reaction that was faked, or rather redone, many still opposed it because of its deceptive nature, and that took away credibility from Keemstar and put into question his other videos. But there is another, more important level to this on the same note of deception: manipulation, something Keemstar initially accused Basher of.
Ah, yes, very true, very true. And it sounded so very, very hypocritical coming from Keemstar when he accused somebody else of being manipulative. Yes, 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 very true, very true.
And this is important because it expands more on Drama Alert and the power Keem holds, or the way he used to use it in 2015. At the start of this drama, Keem started off stalwart and attacked Basher relentlessly, citing his parental status and that crimes like these should always be brought into question, and was doing a fair job of covering Basher's alleged victims. But after he went on good terms with him, he stopped bringing the potential victims to light, as seen on Camp Kill Commentary's channel, who kept on covering it. So this exposes much about how Keemstar operated his channel. It's something people both love and hate him for, which is his loyalty to his allies, as a neutral news channel may bring all perspectives on a story. But Drama Alert was becoming...
Yo, Valcora with the 10 gifted memberships. You look at all the cool people getting one. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate you, Valcora. Thank you.
a commentary news channel, no doubt directly supported by its rise in views, as this series of videos brought only the perspectives that reflected Keem's opinion on Basher. When he was on bad terms, he only reported the victims, but when he was friendly with Basher, he stated that the hatred online that Basher was receiving was bad enough. Keemstar's words can bring down and or build up a creator depending on what terms he's on with them. As for Smile for YouTube, who leaked the Skype call, in most people's eyes, he is no hero, as besides trying to charge back $2,500 in donations to Keem, he helped spread Keem's docs and tweeted many suggested tweets that refer to swatting Keem, though he denies he ever swatted Keem. But Keemstar is also hardly a saint, as within this feud, he gave out Smile's Skype, Smile's number, Smile's address, and even Smile's wife's phone number.
With a fucking father. He's an adult. And I have trolled him so hard that his life is consumed by the thought of me. Alright, his Skype is literally Smile for YouTube. Keep note of all this. That's his Skype right there.
Giving out my house address, giving out all of my information. Because he
this is his
So that's how that drama started, because we saw that part the other day when we were covering this.
phone number. The guy's from Canada. This is his wife's phone number right here. We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
He's gonna get fucking swatted so fast.
People need to know where this dude lives.
Now I'm gonna get swatted. Look at them all there. They're fucking everywhere. These cops are everywhere. Thank you. I wonder who fucking did.
Reactions are typically mixed on this, as he was doxing a doxer, but one thing many people take issue with is involving his wife that had seemingly no involvement in the situation, which means he doxed an innocent party. But overall, at least compared to other controversies that Keem was involved in at this time, it went by relatively unknown. And actually, Keem was still doing very well for himself, as he more than doubled his subscribers in 2015, helped by the audience he gained through the Badgerverse coverage and the many friendships he made with other rising content creators like Pyrocynical. But more importantly, Leafy is here, a commentator known for his insults and feuds with the more bizarre denizens of YouTube. Leafy and Keemstar formed a very close friendship, where almost daily they would talk on Skype for hours and even met up in person where they took a ride in a helicopter. Maybe they built their bond by being controversial rising figures in the YouTube community, which takes us back to the controversies that Keem was going through. Some having to do with the change in perspective and recirculation on his old clip insulting Alex. But his newest controversy at the time was because he got a story wrong. All because a member of his news team failed to properly do their research, made all worse because of Keem's size. When he was going after Basher had about 1.7 million subs and Keem had about 300,000. Though influence spans beyond subscribers, this is simply just the easiest way to measure it. So Keemstar had about 1/5 of Basher's following, and the predator accusations had merit. There were also many other people accusing Basher of the same thing, and with Basher's large following and experience with managing an audience of that size surely helped him through it, which is how we transition to Sir Tony Ray, better known as RS Glory and Gold, a 62-year-old man that streams the MMORPG RuneScape 3 on Twitch, that on January 7th sat at 6.6 thousand followers. Just joining the streaming scene, he was very new to the online community that took him in with open arms, until someone on the Drama Alert team discovered something alerting. A news article dating back from 2011 about a 54-year-old man that through RuneScape, the same game RS Glory and Gold is playing, was incarcerated for illegal acts with a 13-year-old girl that he met through the game and eventually in person. And through a quick glance, these photos do look a bit similar, and the same game is being played. The problem comes with that the employee of Drama Alert that brought these to Keem only went off that information for such a serious claim. If he gave any effort beyond a surface level glance, this team member would have seen that John Phillips was still incarcerated, so it would be impossible for RS Glory and Gold to be streaming on Twitch unless he was streaming from jail. This fatal error wasn't caught until it was too late, as Keemstar, having confidence in his news team, set aside a about 35-second segment to report on this.
Massachusetts man John Phillips had sex with teen he married in an online game of RuneScape. He recently got out of jail, and the first thing he did was stream RuneScape on Twitch.
And if Keemstar's videos get around 100,000 views within hours of an upload, that means it exposed that dangerous lie to an audience around 16 times larger than Sir Tony Ray had. And the result is as you'd might expect, with many furious people misled with this information at the return of a predator visiting Sir Tony Ray's channel and harassing him. Keemstar.
This really, it hurts to watch.
quickly learning of his error,
The guy seems like a very, like, chill man, and he had to deal with this kind of hate for years after this incident.
deleted his video and re-uploaded another one titled "We Got It Wrong," explaining his disappointment in his team and himself, and committing himself to make amends in whatever way possible.
Him and another person on my news team sat there for hours looking at the faces and identified who was who and that it was the right guy. And I fucking lost it. My heart sunk into my stomach. The minute he gave me this explanation that they matched the faces, I realized that we just so fucked up. And I fucking died right there on my live stream. Like, I immediately took down the video and I immediately uploaded a video to Twitter telling everyone that we got this story wrong and that we've taken the video and that the guy that works for me is no longer working for me, and any damages that we've caused this guy, Tony, that we are going to take.
But by then, it was too late. Many channels were already reporting on it, with the largest being Scarce, a competitor to Drama Alert. And where Scarce's videos usually hit on average 200,000 views, the one covering Keemstar and Sir Tony Ray got 1 million views in 5 days' time, strengthened by a clip of Tony being subjected to unwarranted harassment.
In his press broadcast, you can tell the dude's depressed, the dude's crying, and you can tell that he's just like, fuck, dude, like, I didn't do anything wrong. He's trying to tell people that he didn't do anything wrong, and people are still telling him in the chat, like, these horrible things and stuff because of the video that was uploaded, and it just makes me really sad, dude.
Okay, from what I gather here, you're saying that finally this guy who posted this video has taken the video down and admitted that what he said wasn't true, and that now everybody in the world knows my real name's Tony Ray Winchester. I'm 62. I've retired. I haven't got my first Social Security check yet, but I'll get it soon. See, I would have sat here for the next 10 years because I'm not going to let somebody run me off. But now that the whole thing's cleared up, and you guys know I'm a good guy, I'd like to go take a break. Wash my face. Put some cold water on my face. Have a cup of coffee. Relax for a minute. And then I'll come back and start tweeting again. Or twitching again, okay? I'm not calling him. I'm not telling him my phone number. I don't want that guy to bother me no matter what. I don't want his money. I don't want his apology. Because, you know, I know who and what I am. And my real friends know who and what I am. And they stuck by me. Thank you very much for everything. And don't think I'll ever forget all the nice words you folks had to say to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But believe me, I would never, ever, ever get off here as long as somebody's saying those things about me, because I'm not letting nobody run me off. But now everything's clear. Everybody knows I'm Tony and I never did nothing to nobody, and I'm a good guy. So now I want to take a break. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you very much for being nice people and kind-hearted and helping me when I really needed your help. Thank you. Hey, before I log out, happy birthday, Renee. Thanks for being a real friend. I appreciate it.
In this situation, it's hard to say that anyone really prospered. But there was a silver lining that Sir Tony Ray's Twitch exploded in support shortly after he overcame these false accusations. As for Drama Alert, this mess-up hardly hindered its growth, as it only lost subscribers for 1 day and continued its climb through the YouTube ranks like nothing ever happened. As for Keem, though he was doing what he could to fix the situation, like many of his past controversial events, this was thrown into a pile of controversial acts that as time would go on would mostly be forgotten. And that's because the earlier months of 2016 were pretty good for Keem. A little over a month after this most recent controversy, Drama Alert hit 1 million subscribers. But the biggest change happened behind the scenes. As Keemstar explained it, since his time on YouTube, there are some that grew up watching him and now have jobs at YouTube itself. Through this, he was finally able, once and for all, get cleared for promoting that scam several years back. Meaning instead of relying on a loophole of not owning Drama Alert, but being allowed to appear on it, he was now granted ownership of the channel and is able to manage it without constraints. Not only that, YouTube was changing in a way that boosted Drama Alert faster than it ever has. As 2016 is remembered as a heavily drama-laden year, with the likes of Leafy is Here and H3H3 battling it out, there was much to cover, and it helped drive views as much as you'd expect to a channel called Drama Alert, with each of Keem's videos averaging on the lower end 500,000 views, and on the higher end well over 1 million. But with 2016 being such a drama-laden year, Keemstar eventually found himself stuck in the center of it, and not in the way he preferred. It was all sparked through one of the business ventures Keem was doing outside of Drama Alert. While he was still diversifying his revenue streams through merch, live streaming, sponsorships, esports, and various other avenues, he was also helping establish events between content creators when necessary. One of these events was meant to be a boxing match between Idubbbz, a rising content creator known for reviewing strange Kickstarters, and more recently his Content Cop series, where he called out what he and many others.
Is that how Idubbbz started? By talking about Kickstarter? That's interesting.
Agree to be lazy or scandalous content on YouTube. And that's where Jinx and Idubbbz Content Cop on him came in, criticizing his reaction content. Things escalated between the two, and a boxing match was planned, with Keemstar setting up the event for March 4th. And though Jinx was combative on Twitter and eager for the match, he never showed up, making Idubbbz the automatic victor. And that's why Keem and Idubbbz were in touch. Also around this time, Keemstar's Alex video was making its seasonal return, fueled mostly by his recent controversy with Sir Tony Ray. Idubbbz, noticing this, tweeted out the Alex clip. But instead of leaving it there, Keemstar private messaged Idubbbz asking not to use that.
Is it time to post that video again? Should I post it? The Alex video?
clip, or he will have to ruin Idubbbz's career like he's done with other content creators that appeared on Drama Alert. Though Keem says this was a joke, Idubbbz definitely did not take it as one, and had something bigger, mayhaps in retaliation, in the works, and that is the most effective and memorable expose on Keemstar. And that's saying much considering the existence of all these exposés on him already.
Yo!
So about halfway through the year, on May 5th, 2016, Idubbbz dropped Content Cop Keemstar. What made this video
We have to watch that one!
Vastly different from the rest is that where most exposés on Keemstar focus on specific events rather than analyzing Keemstar's character, like easy to denounce events such as the Alex situation or his misinformation on Sir Tony Ray, Idubbbz instead analyzed Keemstar on a day-to-day basis and not truly on its low points, as he showcased what he deemed to be Keemstar's consistent hypocrisy and
interesting. This was a re-upload. Only 22 minutes. Did I save that video for later? Listen, we can't finish the current one anyway today, so maybe we can watch this one and then continue the June the King documentary.
manipulativeness.
I think that makes sense, right? Let's watch this one.
Alpha Bravo Niner, this is Wolf Mother. Woods Hand and Wolf Pack. You're gonna want to get down here and see this. In fact, bring a big backup. Yeah, bring in the big gun.
Reviewing niche Kickstarters is honestly very smart. If he was the one that came up with that, that's very smart.
Come out, Dan. I know you're in here. Here, Keemstar. Wolf Mother, do you come? Fuck.
I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.
You fucking nigger! I swear to fuck.
That was a good intro.
What we do here is go back.
Oh, that's a rattlesnake.
Hell yeah, dude.
Really? That's funny.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another legit rat review. On today's episode, we're going to check out a channel that's best known for the phrase, nigger. Another gem includes...
Holy crap!
Hey, everyone type Alex is a stupid nigger in chat. Now, I'm not going to be using any of these classic lines as argument points in this video. Instead, I'm going to use them for comedic relief. There are plenty of other things to insult the rat for. He's manipulative, cunty, hypocritical, makes horrible content, extremely unfunny, cringy. It's kind of like picking on Tommy NC, really. It's kind of like picking on an autistic kid. Wouldn't you agree, Keemstar?
The reason why the autistic kid, tell the autistic kid that I'm bullying him, you told an autistic dude. You took advantage of an autistic kid. You took advantage of an autistic kid, and you took advantage of an autistic kid. I've never said anything about the autistic kid. About the autistic kid at all! Retard.
And I looked at all the backlash that Leafy got for making fun of Tommy NC. I don't want any part of that. So I'm not making fun of an autistic kid. I'm instead making fun of a retarded adult. I'm so excited. If you really want the epitome of sensitivity, you gotta look toward Keemstar's Twitter videos, because this dude is the most sensitive man on the planet.
Yes,
Take,
he
for
still
example,
is.
this individual.
He
barely criticized Keemstar. In fact, he was sucking Keemstar's dick for half the time.
He isn't the nicest guy on the internet, but he is the most realist. You know, he'll tell you how it is, whether you like that or not.
The only criticism was, I think Keemstar should put a disclaimer in his videos.
What I think Keem should have done in that video is gave some kind of disclaimer.
And what did Keemstar do upon hearing this awful criticism?
That dude is a fake piece of shit. Learn it. You're a fake piece of shit. And if you fucking swing at me, I'm gonna swing much harder back. Come at me, I'm gonna fucking smack you. Fuck
Pyro, you fucking loser.
Yo, it's so insane how he focuses on the negative when there's like 90%, even when there's 90% positive. The 10 negative is just inconceivable. It's unacceptable. Yo, by the way, guys, we have been redirected by Rostovia. Welcome in, Rostovians. Welcome in. Hope you guys had a fun stream. We are looking at the Keemstar lore, which has been very enlightening. Hope you guys are having a good Monday start of your week. This is part 2, by the way, so if you guys want to go back and watch part 1, that was also pretty good. It was, we were watching videos by H3, and today it was June the King, but we actually, we directed our attention towards the Idubbbz video from a while back, the Content Cop Keemstar video, which is honestly so good so far.
Oh my god, the world's gonna end. Someone made a video about me.
And this helps me so much to understand how everything started and why there's like this animosity between people. Sometimes it's hard to understand though, because like, for example, apparently after all of that Ethan Klein versus Keemstar situation, they have made up somehow, or they've had their truce or something. They don't really attack each other anymore, and they compliment each other from time to time. So that's weird and strange to see when you see what they've actually been through together, and how much they've attacked each other, right?
Oh god! Even though I have 1,000 videos on the internet of me saying nigger,
No, stop!
Cry over this video. Oh, Keemstar, oh, that dude's a savage. Don't get on his radar, dude. You're gonna be fucked. Keemstar, you are an absolute pussy in every way imaginable. He's a very rash decision maker, and he'll just say something before he even thinks about it. He has no filter, he'll just do it. And this has resulted in countless examples of him saying really regrettable shit. Total Biscuit, can't wait to report on your death.
Can't wait to report your death.
This Twitch streamer is a pedophile. So this leads to his timeline being jam-packed of borderline hypocritical dumb shit.
Anyone that has a YouTube channel and finds the need to tell their subscribers how to fucking think and how to act must...
Hey, Nina, is it Nina? Yeah, we're in part 2 of the Keemstar lore, so you missed the whole entire video. We're also, like, nearing the end of this one, so you might have missed it a little bit. It's worth going back to watch, though. It's good stuff.
Must have subscribers that are little children, all right?
This is so crazy, dude.
You must have subscribers that are little fucking children. I don't think he's a hypocrite for doing it at all. I just think that he's dumb as a stump.
I treat my subs with respect. They can have any fucking opinion they want. I don't need to tell them what to do, tell them what to say, tell them how to act. I want their opinion.
So Toby Turner hasn't uploaded in weeks. Anyone know why? Probably fucking some kid.
I want their opinion.
Probably fucking some kid. There are a lot of reasons to call Keemstar a hypocrite. I'm going to focus on one reason, the reason that I find most compelling.
My objective isn't go destroy their life on Dromler. I don't use my platform that way. You know how they've been contacting me saying that you've been dating some like 14-year-old French girl and shit? Just please swing at me. If you're gonna swing at me, dude. Let me know, because I got a fucking files on top of files to swing back at. I don't use my platform that way. I don't
Yeah, he hates all those kids. Yeah, for sure.
use my platform that way. I don't use my platform that way, because I got a fucking files on top of files to swing back at.
Well, that was extremely blatant. You said you don't use your platform that way, but then you threatened to use your platform that way.
Oh, gosh.
But Idubbbz, the Keemstar Twitter account and Drama Alert are two separate entities.
I try to keep my show fair and balanced, but on Twitter, I'm gonna give my opinion.
I heard you're a pedophile. 14-year-old French girl? Pedophile. I have the taste of pedophile come in my mouth. I'm on the hunt.
I hit up Pyro in the DMs. I'm like, is this true? He says it's not true. He gives me some stuff. All right, and I don't run the story.
I talked to Pyro and he gave me some stuff and we hashed it out. It's no longer news. It's no longer going to become news because I deemed it not news. If it was someone I disliked, guess what? That's news. On his Twitter, he will constantly allude to people being guilty or innocent or not guilty, depending on whether they go onto his show or not. Keemstar, I know you're very fucking slow. I said allude. Your hand is fucking shaking right now because you really want to do a Twitter video and say,
dude, you got to think about this logically. The only time some big YouTuber wants to come on Drama Alert is to clear their name because they're in the right? And the only time like a small YouTuber wants to come on is they want to come on like no matter what because they're about to get a lot of exposure. Dude, you got to think about this logically.
Okay, Keemstar, I'm thinking about it logically. You want big YouTubers to come onto your program after you harass them on Twitter, so how are you going to get them to come on your program? Oh, I know. You suggest that if they don't come on your program, they're not innocent.
The situation turns out where a big YouTuber comes on because he's innocent.
Of course, that's just part one. We got to think about the second part logically as well. If you are a small YouTuber, you're going to get a big fucking sub boost from it. And guess what? I won't let you fucking forget it. I will hold that shit over your head. If you fucking blink in my direction, I'm gonna hold that shit over your head.
At the end of the day, dude, like, it's like I had this dude on my show. He got a huge sub boost from Drama Alert when he had...
Dude, he still talks the same way! Every single intern, every single host in the LCU has so much to thank Keemstar for. You know, if it wasn't for him and his platform.
way less subscribers. The fucking thing with Sam Pepper.
He was already talking like this when he had 300,000 subscribers.
I helped him with that thing. His fucking Twitter gets suspended. I tried to help him get his Twitter unsuspended, and I helped him make a new Twitter and promote it.
He has this really immature technique for insulting people. He will insult them while simultaneously putting himself up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And honestly, Rich,
stop.
if you were going through financial problems, you could have DM'd me and said, Keem, give me some
oh,
money.
yo, that's not the point.
He
That's
could have
not the
reached
point.
out to me. Rich, if you are going through money problems, you could have reached out to me and I would have helped you like I've helped so many other people.
Dude, come on.
You could
come
have
on.
DM'd
Stay
me
on-
and said, look, I'm
I
going
don't
through
need your
financial
money.
problems
I
right
don't
now.
need your
I would
money.
have helped him. I would have
I
helped
don't
him.
need your money.
Next time you have money problems, don't.
Is that the Rich that we know? I mean, it sounds like him.
Don't use me. Don't manipulate me for your own agenda. You can just DM me. And
Dude,
ask for
stop with the money problems. You
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying.
I don't have a financial situation.
If you
That's
had
just
a
like
financial situation,
dude.
you
That's a
could have asked
low.
me for
That's an
help. I would have helped you.
immature,
I
low
would have helped
blow
him.
thing to say.
I would have helped him. How's that immature?
Yeah.
How's it low? I would have helped you.
I didn't realize you were a poor, disgusting piece of shit. You should have just come to me for some money. I would have helped you. I would have helped you, dumbass. I'm a helpful guy. Keem, the helping hand. No helping hand mentions how much they help people that much. That is a slimy asshole thing to do.
Well, I guess this is the Drama Alert effect. Are you seeing this shit right now?
Yeah, Keemstar. I'm seeing this shit right now. It's fucking funny, dude. Now that's the Drama Alert effect. Up top, my brother. You mean that thing that happens when any big YouTuber features a small YouTuber on their channel? Of course you know that.
It's the Drama Alert effect. Hey, Andrea.
You're just really trying to solidify the fact that this was a helping hand. Don't insult me. Please don't insult me, because I will fucking cry about it on Twitter.
I report that.
And he will cry about it on Twitter and everywhere he can that will listen to him.
The news. I don't create the news, but from like a news standpoint.
Especially all the hug boxes that he's created, where everyone will just say, yes, you're right, you're right. Everybody has just betrayed you.
People are so annoying when you do news. We're the goddamn news.
The news.
It's my
news.
job. The news to report
The news.
The
news.
And
The
I have
news.
like a
The
million
news.
people
The news.
depending on me. So the news.
The news.
I run
The
the
news.
news.
The
The
news.
news.
The
The
news.
news.
The
I
news.
run
The
the
news.
news.
Keemstar is very adamant that the Drama Alert channel is different from his Twitter account.
Have you missed a lot? Yes, unfortunately. We are nearing the end of the stream today. But you can always rewatch. And guess what? There's going to be a part 3 because we did not cover everything today.
Shouldn't be compared to
There might even be a part 4 and a part 5. We'll see. There's so much to go through.
one another because one is very opinionated and the other one is facts news and hard-hitting reporting. However, one is run by a complete sociopath, and the other is also run by the same complete sociopath. So what you have is this conflict of ideas where he's trying really hard to not give his opinion on the Drama Alert channel. However, he can't fucking help it.
This is the
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for saying that. I appreciate that.
problem with fake pranks on YouTube. I gotta.
Oh yeah, by the way, I've heard there was a what is it? Grade A under A video of this too, of Keemstar, so we have to watch that too.
I gotta say this, all right? But all I'm saying is like, if I had to label someone that is a cunt.
Now, I don't give my opinions on Drama Alert. In fact, that's the reason why my show is so successful.
I don't give my opinions on Drama Alert. Is crazy. Yo, your self-awareness is 0. Holy crap.
It's because we don't bombard you.
We don't bombard you with opinions. It's crazy. That's crazy.
This is really where Keemstar's retardation is highlighted, right? Because he has the potential to criticize people and also be in the right.
And I'm trying to stay biased because I'm the news guy, just trying to get you the information. But this is bullshit.
You can easily brand Drama Alert as the biased news station. You can brand Drama Alert as the very opinionated news station. I think the best part about all this Drama Alert content is that he'll overhype it by screaming like a fucking ape on his Twitter videos.
Keemstar always overhypes his videos before he puts them out. No, I fucking don't. Dude, watch tonight's Drama Alert and tell me if I overhyped it. Trust me, this shit is fucking fire.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Tell me if I overhyped it. Trust me, this shit is fucking fire. I just filmed Leafy and the dog fucker. I am dying. I am fucking dying. It will be live on YouTube in about an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, I guess we can make it work out if she's willing to do hamsters. I'm just like not really a dogs person, you know?
I'll do hamsters.
I am dying. I am fucking dying.
Here's one awesome example of some content creation from Drama Alert. A 20-minute narration
Potentially.
of a Tumblr post. Nope, there's nothing to supplement this audio. It's literally 20 minutes, and it's really 20 minutes of ad revenue. That's its only purpose. How to spot a serial killer. Criminologists reveal 5 key traits the most notorious murderers have in common. Power junkie.
I got a fucking files on top of files to swing back at.
A manipulator.
The only time some big YouTuber wants to come on Drama Alert is to clear their name because they're in the right.
An egotistical bragger.
Drama Alert is a dope-ass show. I make dope-ass videos because my show is dope. Retweet if you love that shit.
A superficial charmer.
And I know there's been a lot of people in the past, and there will be a lot of people in the future that go with a certain network because I'm with that certain network, and they're influenced by that. So I need to make sure that network's not just good for me, but good for them too.
An average Joe.
Call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you a true player.
Seems like he shares a lot of traits with serial killers. Now, I'm not ready to call him a serial killer just yet. I think he can change, but he needs to listen to some of the tips and tricks I offered in this video. Nothing like a good friend. Keemstar knows all about friends. He's got a lot of friends. He's got a lot of friends because he's done stuff for all his friends. They were chatting in the DMs. They were friends. And the most critical point to us being friends is the fact that I helped you in some way. That means that we're friends.
Fake like they act like you're a friend or whatever, you're talking in DMs. Apparently, I heard Leafy was trying to help H3 out, get sponsorships, help him with network and all this stuff. They were friends. They were talking in the DM.
In this video, you're laughing about Nick saying that about my kid, and you're supposed to be my friend, okay? I've got you sponsorship deals. I'm talking still. You're supposed to be my friend. I have you channel boxed, right? I've helped you grow, all right? I've helped you out.
It wouldn't surprise me if Keemstar thought him and I were friends. You know, just because I follow him back on Twitter, he's probably thinking, Idubbbz referred to me as buddy in the DMs. He must be my friend. So if he ever makes a video on me, I'm gonna say, we were friends. We were supposed to be friends. We were never friends, cunt. I'm not going to give you my hand in the Twitter DMs and say, by the way, I'm working on a video. You mind not deleting the shitty tweets that you post every single day? Because I need to collect a big fucking timeline of your god-awful hypocrisies and dumb shit that you post. Since Keemstar doesn't mind showing Tumblr posts and Twitter DMs as news, he shouldn't mind me showing our private Twitter conversation where he says he'd ruin my career if he didn't love my content. Wow, you love my content, Keemstar. Maybe we are friends. Maybe we are friends after all. You like the hour-long green alien dance? You like Slenderman Gangnam Style, dude? You like Overgrowth Let's Play? Oh, but that neglects the part where you say that you'll ruin my career. Oh, you'll ruin my career, Keemstar. Good fucking luck. You're not gonna ruin my career, you dumb piece of shit. And I've shown you why you're not gonna ruin my career. I'm smarter than you. You can't think before you speak. And I've never said this unironically, but I think this will be the first time I actually say it unironically and mean it. Kill yourself.
Normally, Keemstar would put big-time criminals like you in jail, but I have a different plan for you, Keem cunt. Any last words, Keemstar?
Drama Alert Nation, now over 1,386,000.
Yo!
Somebody once told me that I could make some money by bullying some people online. So I grew a gnome goatee and put on a stupid beanie and started making up some dank lies. So I'm making death threats and I'm calling people nigger, counting that cash on my channel's growing bigger, never.
Yo, the song!
You mind that I was already banned from my racist, homophobic, hate speech rants. Found a loophole, now it's my go-to boys in the online punch bowl. You never know who I might dox, so y'all can suck on my cocks. Hey now, you're a Keemstar, get your hat on, MLG. Hey now, you're a Keemstar, get your sociopathy, and all we care about is news. Personal attacks and harassment is totally new.
Like, I literally want to kill this dude. It's not a threat, it's a promise. I want to fucking kill this dude.
Oh, fucking righteous fucking nigger, Alex is doing this
Oh, God.
shit.
Can't wait to report your death. Like, seriously. What's wrong with you, asshole?
Everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid nigger.
I only do this show for money. That's it, alright? I don't do it to entertain people. That's just a fucking scam. I really hope you die of cancer. I hate every single one of you. Fuck the fans.
Hey now, you're a Keemstar, do a trick shot, MLG. Hey now, you're a Keemstar, eat your popcorn, go tea, and all I report is the news, if you can call this news.
News. Just Just so you know, retard, you just made yourself look like a retard to try to win some contest, idiot. You weren't even there. Idiot. Jarrett Fugel.
April Elf. Yogg's Adventures.
That's a fucking ambio. I have an ambio collection.
Dude, I have a feeling we have a lot more to get through after this. Yeah, I'll send you the link, Grim. Holy crap, that was good stuff. It's so easy to make fun of too, so I bet there's just so much of that out there. Alright guys, that concludes our part 2 of the Keemstar lore. This was from Idubbbz. If you guys are not familiar with Idubbbz, most likely we will do a series on him too. I am very not familiar with Idubbbz, and I know that you guys have definitely at least seen that name out there. And it would be interesting to go through that story after going through the Keemstar story, because they do link up at one point, so maybe after Keemstar we can do an Idubbbz lore series. So freaking good. Alright guys, we're gonna call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will try to do the next part tomorrow, but if not, the next day. Keep an eye out. I put notifications up everywhere. So Twitter, on YouTube itself, and on Discord. So definitely one of those if you guys are comfortable with whichever. Or just have the little notification bell on, and it'll tell you when the next video is out. Idubbbz downfall is tragic? I believe so. I believe you on that one. Especially because it seems like a dude that's like pretty smart. He's pretty smart, pretty creative. And it's always hard to see people like that ruin their reputations, you know? Can't wait for part 3. Sounds good. We'll do it either tomorrow or on Wednesday, so keep an eye out for that. Let's see who we can go redirect to. Who's on? Let's see. We got Nicholas Diorio. Go say hi. Yeah, I bet, Miguel. I can see it already. I can see it already. Hey guys, I'll see you soon. Don't forget we have a Discord if you're not on it already. Even if you're not a member, you have access to the welcome chat, and we talk there all the time, every day. So you guys are all welcome to join. And if you do happen to be a member, then you can also have access to other channels where we talk about drama and other stuff. So have a good night, guys. See you all tomorrow. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.